Hey guys, I'm Darian.
And I'm Uncle Todd, and today we just want to take this opportunity to talk to everybody about the international road closure at Vanderwater Conservation Area. This conservation area is just north of Belleville, Ontario, up Highway 37. Once you get to Thomasburg, Ontario, you hang a right, head down the road a little ways, and just off of the Moyer River is a beautiful day-use conservation area, which I've been going to personally for about 20 years. Now yesterday, for the first day of 2019, I decided to round up the family, my nephew, my niece, my sister, my grandmother, and we managed to get my aunt and her husband to tag along in another vehicle. So we made the 45-minute trek up to Vanderwater from Cobourg, Ontario. It took about 45, maybe almost an hour to get there. Now once you get into the conservation area, it's a bit of a drive down the road, about 1.3 to 1.5 kilometers from the actual pull-in, to get to the parking area. Once you get to the parking area, you're about 50 to 60 yards from the actual trail, or the edge of the water, where you can sit, enjoy yourself. Now the water there, beautiful water for fishing. I really love swimming there. The kids really love to swim there.
Yeah, it's great.
My uncle came out. We caught a whole bunch of fish yesterday. It was a great time. And I've even caught some really nice muskie in there once. I've got some really great memories of Vanderwater. Now yesterday when we got there, unbeknownst to us, we had no idea that somebody had actually put a gate at the beginning of the trailhead of the road. Now remember I said it's about a 1.3 to 1.5 kilometer drive? Well, that drive is now a walk. So somebody has actually gated off this road to get into a day-use park area, which is publicly owned by you and me, and they've actually restricted access now to people getting in there. Now you might not know to look at me, but I've actually got one leg. My mother and my aunt, they're in their 50s. Now, it made it really difficult for us to get in. Once we drove there, we were committed, and everybody, however, decided to take a little bit of everything from the cooler that we couldn't carry and spread it out amongst our backpacks with our fishing rods and our chairs, and we decided to go in from there. Now, had my aunt and my mother known that it was going to be that far of a walk in and out, they probably wouldn't have come. While I was in there, in fact, I saw a guy in there in a wheelchair. However he got in there in a wheelchair, I have no idea. But I just want to say this. Shame. Shame on whose ever idea it was to restrict access to public lands. We have already paid for that road. That's our road, not some bureaucrat's road. And I just want to read. We went on a line and we went looking for the explanation to what was going on here. And this is what we came across. So this was for immediate release as of March 15th, 2019. This is the gate. The internal road of Vanderwater Conservation Area will remain closed for the foreseeable future. The decision was made to permanently close off motorized access to the road in order to improve visitor experience and allow ease of access for pedestrian. Work towards naturalizing the area, reducing costs, eliminating liability concerns associated with vehicles sharing the road with other users. Now, first of all, Darian, did you think that made for a improved visitor experience?
Hell no! It was like a 30-minute walk, and then if we stopped to take a break, mosquitoes and deer flies were eating us alive. It was garbage.
So it did not improve our experience whatsoever. Now, did it allow ease of access for pedestrians? No, not at all. It made it a lot harder to get in. It made it a big walk, and by the time my aunt and my mother actually got down there, they were pooped. They're senior citizens. Like, I've got one leg. I had a hard time walking. We had all our gear. Now, what else? It says, working towards naturalizing the area. It's a conservation area. It's 100% natural. That area hasn't changed one bit since I started swimming there over 20 years ago. What else does it say? Reducing costs. Absolutely, you reduce costs because now nobody's maintaining the grass in there. The grass is hip high, and all that does is increase more areas for things like mosquitoes with diseases, as well as the wonderful tick problem that we've been having in Ontario. So thanks a lot for not maintaining it, and just close the gate, don't maintain it, and allow people to walk over 3 kilometers to get in and out to enjoy themselves in a public area that they paid for. And let's see what else it says. Eliminate liability concerns associated with vehicles sharing the road. Well, vehicles sharing the road, it's just bureaucrats making up excuses as to why they don't want to spend the money on areas. So anyways, it also talks about invasive species being another concern. And then my favorite part here is that, where did he write? Oh yes, the CAO Brad McNevin says, our priority is to improve visitor experience. So closing the gate will not only restrict access for vandals, but it will also help make the area's multi-use trail system more enjoyable for users. So if I read that correctly, because there might be some bad people out there, now you can't have access now you can't get in because some bad people did something bad, so it's your fault. It kind of reminds me of like the gun argument and other arguments I hear from far left leaning politicians, which I'm guessing this McNavin guy is anyways. He sounds like a leftist. And then will help make the area's multi-use trail system more enjoyable. No, it's done quite the opposite. Now people can't get in there. People who are handicapped can't get in there. I had a hell of a time getting in there. We ran into, I don't know how many 4 or 5 different groups of people coming out of there. Every one of them was upset that this had been put in place, that the gate had been put up. This is our recreation. We've paid for this. This is ours. You don't get to go in there and just restrict access because you make up some baloney. So anyways, I just wanted to point out the reason that it's closed off, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And I say shame on you, Mr. McNavin, and shame on everybody else who had a decision in this, because this was the wrong thing to do. And if someone were to go in there and destroy that gate, I don't really think I'd have a problem with it. I don't recommend doing it. I'm not saying do anything illegal, but if someone were to go and destroy that gate, I personally would be 100% behind them in their decision to do that. I wouldn't call that vandalism. I would call that being a patriot. So anyways, this is the end of my rant. I just wanted to let you know that this is absolute baloney, and thanks to you, I probably won't go back to Vanderwater because I don't want to walk 3 kilometers in and out of there, and my family doesn't either. So thanks for nothing. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, this is Darian.
This is Todd.
And we're signing off.
Signing off.